Okay guys, so as you can see, I've got the Fat Bob fired up. I haven't been out on it again for a little while, so it's going to be nice to get out. The sun is shining at the minute. It's been such rubbish weather the last couple of weeks. Been using Phoebe, the Morris Minor. Well, it's my everyday car anyway, but I've been using it to go out and about and do my chores. But today I thought, why not just nip out on a Fat Bob? I've got no particular place to go at the minute. I'll try and think somewhere to go, but I ain't really bothered whether I got somewhere to go or not. It's just nice sometimes to get on the bike and ride. I hope that today the microphone is working on this Ghost XL camera. The other day it stopped working, and the reason why it stopped working, I believe, is because a while ago I let the battery die, and I think when I recharged it and used it, because the battery died, I think I put all the microphone settings back to 0. So I put them back where I had them before on 3. I think I'd go somewhere between 1 and 6. So I'll put it in the middle basically. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, let's just get out for a ride. I haven't brought my smaller camera today, but we're not going to worry about that, are we? Nah. That's just nice to get on the bike. Like I said, I've got no particular place to go. It's a little bit of a breeze today, but that is nice and warm. I think first of all, I'll just nip round this block while I'm thinking which way to head. I'm gonna need some fuel at some point, but we should be alright for a little while. I'll tell you what, I just had a thought come into my head while I'm riding down here, or what we can do, or where I can go. And I don't know if you guys know, but where I live on the east coast here in Lowestoft, we've had a visit by a street artist named Banksy. Yeah, famous Banksy's been to town. Well, he came to Lowestoft, Alton Broad and Gorleston. I think he visited Cromer. So what I might do is visit the spots I know where he's been around Lowestoft, Alton Broad here, and I'll pop over to Gorleston. I'm not going to go up to Cromer today, so I ain't got the time. Yeah, when these first started appearing, these paintings, there was speculation on whether they were Banksy or not. So obviously that was in his style. There was one of a bird on a wall, which people said was Banksy, but I weren't too sure, because to me it didn't kind of look like it's what I'd expect him to paint. And not only that, around the town here we've had various places of birds going up on blank walls or side walls, gable ends of houses. For the picture online, I thought, nah, just one of them birds what this guy's been putting up around town. But then came on the local news that apparently Banksy had put some footage on his Instagram or whatever, that he did these paintings with a little clip of him going round Lowestoft, Gorleston, Alton Broad and Cromer. Anyway, the first one's down here in Alton Broad, but before I go there, I'm just going to go round this way and show you one of the birds on the wall, what we had appearing in Lowestoft not so long ago. It's why I didn't think the one what appeared was what you could see on that wall there. I'm going to turn around up here so we'll see it again. Yeah, that bird we just saw, there's 2 or 3 places in town where this guy has put some birds. I think he's also done a dragonfly. So I'll just turn around here and I'll go back on myself. I need to go back to have a look at this Banksy one, but I thought while I was in this area I'll show you this bird which the local guy's been doing round Lowestoft. It's just on the wall to the right of me now there. So if we pop into here, there's been quite a few people coming around and looking at these paintings at different times. Sometimes when you go near one there's 2 or 3 people, another time there's a big crowd of people, so we'll just see today how many people are here. I'm not sure I'm meant to go in the park on my bike, but I'm going to anyway, because obviously you can come in on push bikes and whatever, so I can't see why I can't come in on the Harley. I'm going to get as close as I can to this, and there it is under the bridge there, look, as you can see. Just there under the bridge is one of the Banksy's pictures that came up. Just switch the bike off a second and we'll have a quick look at this. And there it is. Now this one had a kind of a boat underneath it, but that disappeared. It weren't really a boat apparently, it was a piece of corrugated steel, and they actually removed that. The council said that that was blocking the water flow, so that was the reason for that, but it did look like a boat. Hello. Right, so that was quite nice to get near that first one. Like I say, I'm not sure if I should have came in on the bike. I'm a little bit lazy like that. Plus I haven't got my other camera, so I ought to use my helmet cam to get the footage of it. Just trying to think for a second where the next one is. It's actually in the town centre. I could have came this way in the first place and saw this painting on the wall, which is in front of us now, which I was explaining wasn't a Banksy, and the reason why I thought the bird one in town wasn't Banksy, but apparently it is. But what do I know? I'll tell you one thing I do know. If Banksy want to come and paint on the side of my house, he's quite welcome to. Right, it's not too far, so we'll just ride through here back into town. You might see some more of them bird ones around, because there's 2 or 3 around here, which I said before, the local guy has been doing. I think people actually ask him to come round and paint them. Someone did tell me they are actually a transfer and he paints over them, but whether that's true, I don't know. Oh, it's nice that there's not much traffic through here, because this road can get really busy and held up. In front of us you can see some cranes. There's quite a lot of activity going on a bit around this area, because they're actually building the 3rd river crossing. I don't think they've actually started on a bridge yet, they're just like getting preparations in order. But it's caused some lovely traffic chaos around town at busy times for the people that live round this way. Hey ho, they've been waiting long enough. People say they've been waiting 20 years for the 3rd bridge. Well, I can remember them on about a 3rd bridge when I was very young, and I read somewhere that was 1960 when they said they wanted 3 bridges in Lowestoft, so that's how long the bridge campaign has been going on. Anyway, that was finally approved, I think that was a couple of years ago, and this year they've made a start on it. Hopefully next year that'll all be up and running, and then they'll be talking about a 4th bridge. You won't think this little town would need it, but believe you me, I get so congested you can't move. Now have a little set of traffic lights here. This here is where it's going to go up to the bridge, where you'll, well, as far as I can work out anyway, it'll be up the end of this road here. On the left here there used to be a huge factory, a co-op factory in fact, what canned, well, anything, beans, peas, potatoes, soups. I know, because I used to work, well, when I was very young I worked in the factory for a little while, and when I was an HGV driver I used to work from there for a few years. We're going to be going down to the North Deans to have a look at another Banksy after we visit this one up in town, which is literally up in town. I'm just trying to think now how I can get to it. Oh, actually I'll take you to the bird one first, what I was talking about earlier. I think on the gable end of this building behind me could be another one of the birds. There it is, look up there, kingfisher by the looks. You can see it up there now. So this is nothing at the minute, how it's a little bit snowed up to how it gets. It gets snowed up pretty badly. Well, just round this next bend on the right is whereas another Banksy. There's some people standing looking now. This is the one when I first saw it, I weren't sure whether it was actually a Banksy because of all the other birds gone up. I didn't think that was his, but it's turned out, proven one way or another, that it is one of his. They've actually put some fencing around it now, look, to protect that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull on this grass here and we can look from here. Let's switch Fat Bob off for a second. There it is there. This is the first time I've took a closer look at it, to be honest. They've actually put some screen on top of it, as well as they have with the last one we saw, trying to protect them, because obviously people, well, most people are quite happy to see them, but you got some people who are quite happy to deface them, paint over them, write their names on them or whatever, which is a shame. And that skip what was there was probably due to be removed, but because obviously it's the bird scavenging in the skip now, that's probably one of the reasons why they left the skip there. Whether they'll leave the skip there for longer, I'm not really sure. I think they should leave a skip there, just for that sake of the bird coming down to scavenge in the skip, eh? Anyway, let's move along to the next one. Which is actually in the town centre. Just thinking in my head how I'm going to get to it. Well, I know how to get to it. I'm thinking, how can I get to it with the bike? Because I don't want to do any walking. I know what I'll do. I'll cut through here. I should imagine there's going to be a few people around near this one. But you never know your luck. I say time of day, it's 3 o'clock, so right, this one is just going to be in front of us here on the left. There it is. Just there, look. I think the graffiti above it was already there, but underneath where the end of the crowbar is, there was the paving slabs are broken and there was a pile of sand, so it looked like the child had crowbarred up the paving slab to get the sand or whatever. Obviously you can see that one has got a screen round it. I think that's quite a nice picture, that one. As this building belongs to a Lowestoft guy, Lowestoft Electrical. That's been up for sale for ages, but funny enough, now the Banksy's appeared on the side of the building, that's no longer for sale. Bit strange, isn't it? I know it says it's for sale in the window there, but whether it's true or not, I've been told you ring up about it and it's no longer for sale. There's one in Great Yarmouth that was done at the model village. Only a small mouse on a little tiny house in the village, and I saw on another video a guy visited the chap who owns it, and he said he has been offered more money for that house now than to buy a luxury house, a real one. So you can imagine the price people will pay just for these photos, or just for these paintings. Anyway, whatever I say might not be true. It's just what I've been told. I think I'll go around this way actually. Right, let's go find the next one in Lowestoft. Anyway, we're now going to go and visit another one in Lowestoft. He was busy in this town, wasn't he? And in fact, he'd done two down here, so I've been told. And this one we're visiting now, I believe, has been painted over. Someone has decided to stick a load of paint over the top of it, vandalise it. But I think they're trying to come up with something to restore it. Take the paint off the top what's been put on. But there again, that's only a story I've heard. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But we'll go have a look at it, just in case someone's done something with it. Right then, so I need to turn right here. And we'll go right again here. Right, the next one is right down on the sea wall, but this is the one I believe has been defaced. Someone has took a paint, I think it's white paint I said, and painted over it. But we'll go and take a look. I'm not 100% sure where it is down here. or where it isn't, if it's been painted over. Which I believe is just the other side of this wall here, but like I say, I'm not 100% sure whether it is or not. But let's nip down and have a look, shall we? It doesn't take us too long to get down there and have a look. Used to be some steps down there by the looks. Obviously they took them up for whatever reason. But like I say, we'll just nip down and have a quick look and see whether we can see it. Oh, it's down here, look. Where the people are looking now. You can't even see much of it because there's actually a little mouse sitting in his deck chair with a parasol over his head, sipping some champagne or something like that. But obviously someone decided that they wanted to ruin it, so no one else could come and have a look at it. Let's get a closer look at it. You can probably just make out. I'll see if I can put in a picture right now. And that's it then. So that's why people go and do these silly things. But why do they do them? I don't know. Because they can. It's a funny thing though, speaking of Banksy doing pictures on walls and what have you. My mother-in-law, she's in her 80s and she was down the town with my missus, and my missus showed a picture in the town, and she looked at it and she went, "Oh, how can he do that?" She said, "What do you mean?" Well, she said, "Well, did he get in trouble with the police?" And my sister said, "No, why would he? He's famous." She said, "Well, that don't make no difference. He can't go round painting on people's walls." He said, "Well, funny thing is, if he wish he'd come and paint on my wall." She said, "What do you mean you wish he'd come and paint on your wall?" She said, "Well, the thing is, like I said, he's a famous street artist, and people will pay a lot of money for one of his paintings." And she just didn't get it. She just said, "Well, I think that's wrong that he can go around painting on people's walls." But it just goes to show, doesn't it? You know, people got their different opinions on what's street art and what is vandalism. But never mind. I wasn't very happy when I saw that that one was, like I say, There's a few people out today. It's definitely got warmer. You can see in the distance there's a few hand gliders. But they leap off that cliff along there and hope they can fly. Not something I'd fancy doing. But hey yo, they might not fancy riding a motorbike. Right, we'll take a little ride now along the coast road and visit another seaside town, which is about 6 or 7 miles I suppose, called Gorleston. Which incidentally is where Top Box lives. So this used to be the main road at one time between Lowestoft and Great Yarmouth, but like most seaside places now, most of the coast roads have been bypassed, which is a good thing as well. Save all the traffic coming through here. We're on the top of the cliffs now, where the hang gliders jump off, and if you see ahead you can see one now. Well, you can see 3 now, there's one there just hovering. These guys are now off fishing by the looks. I reckon that's quite shallow here on the beach and they catch flatfish. Not sure, I've never fished here. I fished off the pier. Like I say, we're getting close to it now. Right where this barrier is, we can't actually get through it on the bike, but you can see it there, look. There it is up on the wall there at the back there, and there is still one teddy bear underneath it, and there's some more underneath the bench I can see from here, but it's just literally like a grabber. They've put the perspex over to protect the actual painting, which is all good. Right, there's only 2 more of what I know in this area. I know 2 at Great Yarmouth, and one of them is in the model village, which I told you about, and the other one is in one of the streets. So we'll just nip over to Yarmouth, which is just the other side of this river. See where this ship is going out? It's basically the other side of that. So we'll nip round there now, which means we have to go over Yarmouth Bridge. There you go. Like I say, it's a lovely day for a ride. So we'll nip the other side of that river and have a look at the other Banksy. Yeah, it's a pity I can't get on the ride tomorrow. There you go, you can't make them all. Just nice to get out on the bike when I can. I actually don't mind riding out on my own or in a group. Sometimes it's more fun if you're going somewhere to have a group of people. More fun like when you get there, people to talk to and whatever, and actually riding in a group is quite fun sometimes. So we're now on the other side of the river. We was over there a couple of minutes ago. Didn't take long to get around. We'll just go a little bit further down here. And we'll find this other Banksy. Turn left here. And I'll turn right at these lights. And there's a bus shelter down here. And it should be just on top of the bus shelter, or it will be just on top of the bus shelter. You can see someone standing in the road in the distance taking a photo, and that's where it actually is. They put some barriers up so people can stand behind and have a look. Apparently they're starting to annoy the neighbours now about these paintings, but there we go, there it is. And that one is also got a nice screen on. I think about most of the ones I've seen today, that is actually one of the better ones. I say one of the better ones, that's probably not saying it's better, that's actually one of the ones I do like. And when you're standing like more over the street there, as you can see the sun's on it at the minute, so I'm not sure how the camera's going to pick it up, but yeah. And that is going to be probably the last one we see today. A lot of people have been having their pictures taken actually sitting on the bench underneath it to keep for their album or whatever. Well, you can't really blame people for it. It's just nice to see, isn't it? This one seems really popular with people coming to have a look, jump out of the car, take a few pictures, as they do. Right, so that's the last one we're going to see. So that was the last Banksy that I know of in the area, apart from, of course, the one in the model village, which I'm not going to go and have a look at. So, as we leave Yarmouth, that was the last Banksy that we're able to go and see today. Like I say, there is another one I know of up in Cromer, but I'm not gonna ride up to Cromer at the minute just to see one. Probably see it at a later stage. So that leaves me to say, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more videos about on this Fat Bob, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.